Seminole County leaders are joining in support of efforts to address homelessness across Central Florida. The move coming after recently released data shows a 61% increase in the number of people experiencing homelessness in Seminole County. That's according to, again, that point-in-time count by the Homeless Services Network of Central Florida. They counted 439 people experiencing homelessness during their annual count this last January. It's compared to 274 the year before. Data from Homeless Services Network shows it is a rising trend that they have continued to see since 2021. Now, commissioners voted unanimously to support a resolution by the Central Florida Commission on Homelessness that says that they are committed to creating low-barrier shelters. Those are shelters with fewer requirements for people to stay there. Let's continue now with Spectrum News 13's Devin Martin.
Greg, that's still uncertain, but what is certain is being a part of the solution to make sure that people experiencing homelessness have a place to call home. Behind the rescue outreach mission of Central Florida, we find new life.
This is the People's Garden. It's a sustainable food garden, and it's a hydroponic. And so back here, what we do is we're growing with him tomatoes, celeries, lettuce, leafy greens that we will then supplement and serve, so we have salads a couple times a day.
People here get 3 meals a day. Any way to make their stay enjoyable, Chris Ham says, is what they strive for.
There's some tomatoes growing, it looks like. We've got some hot peppers.
Helping those that need it most is what motivates Chris Ham and his team. This is Seminole County's only homeless emergency shelter. It has 115 beds.
We have our building over here is where all of our families are housed. And we'll have upwards of 13 to 14 families every single night. We provide all of their linens, their sheets, their towels, shampoo, everything that they need while they're here. We want to provide, because we want to remove the barriers. We want them to focus solely on their individual case plans, and that is always looking for permanent housing in our communities. Watch your step.
This year, Ham tells me they've helped over 100 people transition into permanent housing. Making sure no one gets left behind is a top priority. That's a message the Homeless Services Network of Central Florida agrees with, following Seminole County's support for the Central Florida Commission on Homelessness's resolution on low-barrier shelters.
The resolution was simply saying we're not going to go for encampments. If we have the ability to create anything new, we're going to put our support behind low-barrier shelters or other sleeping accommodations.
After all, Martha R. says work needs to be done now to help those in need.
When a community has more people coming into it, but is not developing housing and not getting transportation and schools to keep up with that growth, those are the communities that see increased numbers of people experiencing homelessness.
Another challenge, I'm told, is funding. Chris Ham tells me that in order for them to keep their doors open, they need support now more than ever. On scene in Seminole County, Devin Martin, Spectrum News.